Karens and Kevins, they're everywhere, they're all over the place, they're causing issues, they're getting involved in things they shouldn't be involved in, and for some reason, they're also within the police force. Wait a minute, that's not a good thing, that's going to cause a lot of problems with stupidity that should be easy to avoid in the first place. Welcome to Completely Stupid, the show about stupid people doing completely stupid things. Let's get into the clips. Here we have a lady who decided to pull over into a car park of a fast food restaurant because she's wanting to take a call, and because this is not her usual car, she doesn't have any form of hands-free or anything along those lines set up, so she parks up the car in a place where she can park in order to make this cool. Anyway, police officers decide they see this car, they think there's something weird about it, and then go up to the window and decide to annoy her about it. Here's the clip.
Oh, I'm on the phone with my husband because it's my husband's car.
That's okay. You can hang it
up.
Or he can hang it up.
Yeah. What's up? What you guys need?
License, registration, and I need proof that this car has a dealer registration.
Well, that's why I was on the phone with my husband.
Okay.
Call my husband.
We don't use dealer cars to just drive around, so... And we definitely don't go into Del Taco, wait for the cops to go. And
no, I pulled over because I was on the phone, and I didn't want to talk on the phone. Because I'm not hooked up to anything. Hey, Ed.
Where you at?
We're over here at, why are you taking...
You're not telling someone our location.
What
I told you to stop talking on the phone.
What are you going through?
You understand?
Okay, you know what?
Nothing in the glove box.
That's why I'm calling my husband while you're over here being irate.
See.
What is wrong with you? Are you okay today?
You're not following instructions.
I am following instructions. I gotta call my husband because this is his vehicle. That's why I'm telling you I don't have the information.
Miss Wells, find the insurance.
I don't have it.
Okay, find the registration.
I don't have it.
You don't know that.
I don't know what it is. That's why I called my husband. The heck?
I think she doesn't know what it is.
I don't have it. This is not my vehicle. My vehicle's in my garage. Call Carl.
Now I think I should just ask this, what is your opinion on this one? Because there is going to be a lot of differing opinions on this clip. So you may not agree with what I'm about to say, and that's fine. Like, genuinely speaking, we don't have to agree or see eye to eye on everything, but I think here, this is something ridiculous here. The police officer is trying to ask for X, Y, and Z, and the person who's currently in the car has made it clear, hey, I don't know where I'm going to find that information. I don't believe it's even it might not even be in the car. This is my husband's usual vehicle, and can I call him so I can grab that information? Like, if I was a police officer in this situation, I'd be asked, okay, what's your husband's name? So we can, like, cross-reference the owner of the name that should be on the car to your husband's name. And then they could go do that, find out that she's telling the truth, and then that's that. She can call up her husband, get the information the cops are after, and bada bing, bada boom, problem solved. They don't need to do up a bajillion paperwork for causing a issue out of something that seems to be very, very minimalistic. It's almost like this might be an issue that they decide to cause because the person in the front seat is black. I'm not trying to say there's some form of racist intent here, but you know, it's America and all. It's very much in the cards. Here we have a caregiver who is meant to be looking after a 73-year-old woman who has a lot of mental, physical issues that basically they're bedridden, they can't really do much on their own, they need someone to take care of them effectively 24/7. Anyway, currently she only has apparently one caregiver. So this caregiver goes to leave for about 3 hours at an unfortunate time where the person has kind of crapped in their pants and now, well, just here's a clip.
Leave. You're leaving my aunt alone without changing her ass all night long. All night long. You're leaving. For how long are you leaving her alone for?
2 hours or 3.
2 hours or 3. And nobody's here to watch her. Nobody.
That's not on me.
How's that not on you? You're her only caregiver, Karen. Reinhardt, Blanchard.
I brought it up.
You're done. You're done. See? You're done. And you know you're done. I'm done with this. Call Eddie, Mom. Call Eddie right fucking now.
The only reason why I did this, Candy, to get an IHS job, to get myself out of this hellhole.
Where are you going now?
Talking to my neighbor.
Okay. Change my aunt's butt. You're neglecting her. Wake her up. She can't sit in her piss all night and all morning.
You can do it.
I am not here for that.
Look, I'm not 100% sure how caregivers go in America or how that entire system is handled. From what I can see from my perspective, it just feels like in this situation, the system itself has failed to make sure that there is people taking care of this person. Because at least over here in Australia, usually there's probably at least two if it's a person who needs to be taken care of 24/7, usually there's at least two people who are employed to give care to them, or a second thing, it's usually a family member who lives with them, who gets paid by the government a pretty decent amount of money to just take care of their family member full time, and that's all they need to do. They either get trained in the things they need to be trained and other things on those lines, and usually it's not too difficult to be able to get another caregiver who's employed to just take care of people, to look after them for several hours whilst this other person actually goes do something, potentially live their life, so to speak. But usually in what is most instances here in Australia, it's more commonly done by other family members, younger family members looking after their older grandmother or great-grandmother, depending on the cases, because the government will give you a hefty payment for it. Like, hey, quit your job, look after your family member who needs someone to look after them pretty much 24/7. You'll get paid pretty decently. It's pretty well worth it. And you get to look after a family member, and that's all you need to do. And that's how it goes, because it's easier to get someone who lives with them 24/7 to look after them 24/7, and then occasionally hire another person to look after them, to take them out and about for a few hours whilst the other person needs to go do some things and other things on those lines. That being said, as I said, I believe that just looking at this just seems like this person is wanting to just take a break and wants to go do some things. B, she's actually just being completely negligent purposefully and just doesn't care. C, the system is completely failing here and not supplying enough caregivers for a person, considering they require 24-hour care. I'm not 100% sure. To those Americans who have experienced the system like this, let me know. What are your thoughts about it in the comments down below? Is it similar to how, like what I mentioned before, for Australia, do family members take care of other family members when they're at that stage in life, or like how does it usually go? Here in this clip, we get to watch someone get terminated from Walmart. Here's a clip.
I told her I don't care if she says that I'm rude because I did do my job. I did help her. That's exactly what I said. I told you that. Right. And I still don't care. Okay. Because she could tell you I punched her. And I don't care because I didn't do anything to her. I helped her. Okay. Don't care.
So
I did my job.
You can't not care in this business. At the end of the day, you have to take care of the associates. So I understand in the moment. Let me talk, and then I can give you the floor. I understand in the moment you were busy. I understand that we can't always help everyone at the same time. But the way that you went about the situation was not correct. You can't just tell a customer Google it. If they knew to just Google it and read for themselves, they wouldn't come to you for help. So in that situation, the better route would have been to either ask her to wait until you were done with the customers or to call somebody else for backup. Your words to me were, if she can't read, that's not your problem.
No, I did not say that. Should have recorded me. And I know exactly what I said.
Okay, what did you say?
I said that she didn't want to read. She wants me to read it for her. We're in electronics. This is a business where I'm by myself. You're constantly going to be by yourself. You have to be prepared for that. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of high activity. Mm-hmm. So for you to say, for me to think that I could just come into my work and that there would be any help, that's not the case. You have to be prepared to be by yourself. And I was prepared to handle everything on my own. I don't look forward to my backup. I don't think the managers are going to come and help me. Okay. And I showed her the list. I was very kind to her. I'm on camera going back and forth between customers. 5 times I went to her. At no point did I say, ma'am, I cannot help you anymore. I did not say that. Okay. And so I gave her all the information, step by step, hotspot. I laid my phone down for her so she could read it.
So the thing is, reading something and understanding it are two different things. You might be able to read something and understand it. Not everyone is the same way. Sometimes they need that extra guidance, especially the fact that she was significantly older than both you and I. So telling her to read it, maybe she has a issue with reading.
She didn't tell me that.
She doesn't have to. That's her personal business. The point is, at the end of the day, she came to an associate who was supposed to help her, and she didn't feel like she got the help that she needed.
Yeah, I have a job to do, so I really don't have time to be asking for all this help or to be like, consulting for Best Buy. This is not Best Buy where we get a commission to do all this work for them. That's not how it works.
At the end of the day, Christian, we are in retail. We are here to serve our customers.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
So comparing it to Best Buy, if that's how you feel, that's how you feel. But at the end of the day, this situation that we're talking about right now, you do not handle it correctly. And not only did you not handle it correctly, this is not the first time that this has been an issue.
So I didn't handle it correctly because I told you that I didn't care, that she lied to you, that I was rude. That's where we're at? Because that's ridiculous. Mm-hmm. She lied to you, straight up lied to you. And I'm sorry I don't have time to stop my lying. And that's a lot of pressure on me. The clock is ticking.
I never asked you to stop your line. When I came and talked to you about it, you had not a single customer in electronics. I asked you then, because she was still waiting, can you come and help her? You flat out refused.
Yeah, because she said I was rude, so why would I help somebody that's already upset with me?
She wasn't upset, she just needed extra help, and you didn't.
And why didn't you help her?
I did help her.
You're the free one. I'm not free, you're free. You can do all these things.
Okay, Christian, so we're going to stop it right there. Because number one, you don't know what my job entails, nor do I need to disclose it to you. Number two, that's your area, and we're all responsible for the same thing, taking care of our customers. And so based on the situation, the outcome of it, and the fact that we've had numerous encounters like this before, I am letting you go.
Okay.
So you are free to take it up with another coach or store manager if you so desire, but as of today, I am terminating you.
Okay. Alrighty. Thanks for doing me a favor.
Thank you. I just need your best in your badge.
A few things I just want to point out immediately. First off, you as the manager just completely proved one of his points right. He said to you clearly that he can't rely on the managers to be actually willing to help him in cases where it's busy. And then a little bit later, you point out how you found out that customer was still needing help, so you went to the guy in electronics and like, hey, could you help her? And instead of doing the help yourself, and when he points that out to you, saying, oh, well, you don't know what my job entails, and number two, I don't have to tell you that. You just kind of proved his point that he can't rely on managers to help him in that situation. And from my experience in retail, it's very interesting, to be completely honest, because I used to, about a year or two ago, I used to be like a gap scanner. Basically, I would be there early in the morning, just going through every single aisle, just scanning all the gaps on the shelves just to let the computer system know, hey, yep, you're right, this has got no items, or B, hey, the one item you said was here, that looks like to have been stolen, it's no longer here, things along those lines. Basically, it also means that for a majority of the time in the morning, I was the only person who was in the grocery department. So anytime anyone needed help in the grocery department, I would be the main person they had to call. Now, in some circumstances, the manager would also help deal with it if we, let's say, got a lot of people who needed help from grocery. That rarely happens, but you know, it can happen occasionally. But it was mainly me who had to organize dealing with this. And there was multiple cases where I was trying to help another customer. I was taking them to the shelf and aisle where they would find the item that they're chasing. Another person tried to ask for my help. And it's one of those things. I'll get back to you in a moment, sir. Just want to finish helping this person, and other things on those lines. It's busy, it's a lot of things, and it's very difficult to keep up with at times. And from what we can gather here is that this guy just kind of got the information on his phone and then showed the person the information and went to help someone else at the same time. Or, like, look, I can get what the person's saying here behind the camera and the issues he's having. But at the same time, when it comes to helping people with tech, you also got to make sure that they have that basic understanding level that you have. Like, most people tend to have it. You can point out a few things and you can immediately tell just by how they react to the things you point out if they actually understand what you're going on about. And it sounds like he kind of didn't go through the effort here to make sure the customer understood what he was showing them. And I also get at the same time that he's busy, he's trying to keep up with a bunch of other customers, yada yada, like maintain all the work that needs to get done in the time frame needs to get done, and he's not being paid on a commission per basis. But it's still one of those things where you've got to, like, if they clearly aren't quite getting it, you got to make sure, especially with technology and electronics and things along those lines, that they understand. And yeah, it really does suck when places understaff areas and make it so that there's only one person available in that area for a majority of the time, and you're forced in a position where you can't really complain about it because you're just told to suck it up, and there's multiple other people who are more than willing to replace you if you feel like complaining more. This is why I'm glad unions are as strong as they are in Australia, because they can't simply do that. Like, they have to have a proper legitimate reason for firing you, and they got to go through all of these different processes to even go and attempt to fire you in the first place, and you can get your union involved. And then this thing called Fair Work, which is pretty much a governing body that when you call them, you let them know what happened, they will investigate into things, and if they believe that you were unfairly fired from your position, they force the company to either give you an equal position somewhere in the company, or B, give you a payout, potentially somewhere between 1 to 6 months worth of your wage, and other things along those lines. So that would be an issue that doesn't occur often here. But hearing that he's received multiple complaints before with issues along these lines, I can say that whilst the customer might be over-exaggerating certain issues or lying about issues to a certain degree, if it's not the same customer complaining about you, then there might be a bit of truth to the complaints themselves if you've received multiple of them. Ultimately, this is just a messy situation where, A, you've got the overworked worker and the manager who has gotten multiple complaints and just wants to get rid of them because they don't want to deal with the complaints anymore. I don't know, it's a wacky, wacky world. Here we have the neighborhood Kevin, who finally snaps after hearing a dog bark for the final time.
And you, with that dog, I hear that dog again, I'm gonna crack your skull open. Both of you. You understand me? Both of you. You with that dog and him, okay?
You better not come over here. You better not come over here.
I'm going to crack your skull open with an axe handle.
Okay.
Okay? You and this guy are going to stop. Okay? I've had enough. I've been going through this since last September, lady. I don't know who the hell you are. Go in there and get your husband, your father, whoever he is. Bring him out here. Bring him out here. Where? Is he your man? Tell him to come out here. I'm a little guy, man. I'm 5'6". Tell him to come out here. Tell him to come out here. What are you nodding your head at? I'm serious, girl.
Sure.
I'm telling you, I'm serious. Because this woman, it's the same damn thing with this dog. This is going to stop. I'm going to stand out here and terrorize this whole neighborhood until it stops.
I'm gonna terrorize the entire neighborhood until this one dog stops barking. Well, good luck with that plan. You're totally not gonna get yourself in a bunch of trouble by annoying other neighbors and just being hailed as some form of nuisance inside of the street. Good on you, buddy. You sound like you've got your head screwed on very well, and it's not loose whatsoever. You don't have any screws loose. That's just a lie. You're totally not insane, threatening to smash a dog's head open with the butt of an axe. What the Genuinely speaking, who thinks it's a great idea to do? Everyone in the comments, raise your hand if you think if you agree with this guy here, because if you do, then walk yourself out. You know what you need to do. It's no. I just question how people get to this point of mind where it's like, oh my god, dog barked. Let me make massive threats about killing the dog. Like, that's gonna help any problem whatsoever. You know, dogs are gonna bark. Yeah, it's annoying, and usually the owner should be able to hold a little more control in the amount of times the dog bark, especially if there's like based upon a neighbor walking around in their backyard. But when it comes around to, like, let's say a dog's walking by the house, yeah, a dog's gonna bark at a dog because, you know, they smell another dog that they're not familiar with. No duh. I don't know, this guy just seems to be a bit of an idiot. In this next clip, we've got a Karen at Starbucks who's having a pretty bad day.
I can ask.
You know what? I don't care.
Get a journal.
I don't know what to tell. Five back, 5 there, because you can't make a coffee right. With your don't have brain cells, you need to shut your mouth. Is what you should do right about now, bitch. You have a name, because by tomorrow you're not gonna have a job.
Natalia,
What is your name?
Natalia?
Natalia?
$30 an hour. Natalia Ortega is a household name.
Stupid.
Slap
The
me now.
shit out of you.
Yeah, come ahead and slap me. Come around here and slap me. Goodbye here.
Oi, mate, only us Australians can say that word without consequence. Calm down. Here we got a Karen who doesn't understand the concept of you can only use a single coupon per purchase, and so is trying to insist on getting a cookie for free using one coupon, which is already making use of another coupon to get her meal for a slightly cheaper price. And even though the worker points out an easy way that she can do to get both coupons now, she just still wants to do it her way.
Well, I can give you the number to our manager. That's about
Well,
all
don't give me the cookies, but okay, I could call there and tell them to make sure they give a cookie if it says free cookie in the coupon. You don't have to give it to me if you don't want to. It's just chocolate chip. It doesn't say a specific day or a specific time.
Wait, so, yeah, but it says one coupon per customer, right?
Free cookie with every purchase, one chocolate chip.
Yeah, so we can't give it to you with this purchase, but if you want to come back
It's
in.
on the coupon.
Okay, I'm sorry,
Do you know
ma'am,
what?
but like.
Do you know what? I will buy her cookie. Okay? You can put
Well,
it
did you
on
want me to buy it? I
Okay,
don't know. It doesn't
I
make
will buy
sense
her
when it's a
cookie.
coupon.
I'll buy her cookie. Okay? You can
I was just
put
trying
it
to
on.
explain to you what it was,
Okay.
okay?
So, can I have
Okay,
a...
let me hand the cookie. What the hell's wrong with you?
Come on, we got children here.
That's all right. I'll take the sandwich. Thank you.
No, you cannot take the sandwich. You didn't pay for it.
Okay. Why are you sitting there then let the cookie go.
Go bring her. Go.
Charge me. I got a coupon for this, though. You gotta take that one.
Sorry, guys. I'll do it in a moment. All right.
Let's see.
Is she just so desperately stubborn that she has to go through it her way? She has to use both coupons in this single transaction. She doesn't have to use any additional effort to actually make a purchase for this cookie, even though not only did someone offer just to straight up buy the cookie for her to move on with her day, but also the worker told her a way to deal with this. Just like, hey, make this purchase, go back to the end of the line, come through again, buy the cookie, use your coupon there. Ha, problem solved. Like, he literally pointed out the exact way to make use of two separate coupons. I do query why you didn't just make why you didn't complete the current purchase and start a new purchase and just have the cookie go through on that one for a new coupon if that's really what you're going to do. But at the end of the day, I guess I can understand that you've got to do things a certain way to make it so that you don't get in trouble too much. But still, funny nevertheless, the stubborn behavior behind this person. Karen losing her mind at a pharmacy.
I'm calling 911.
Okay, call 911 because I
You refusing me to breathe. I guess 5 times I've told you my name and my birthday.
Calm down. Do it again. Calm down.
Well, when I can breathe.
Here, give me your license. Give me your license. I'll pull it up.
What? 9864 Levon Almanda.
Levon, I can't understand you when you scream.
This is another one where we lack a lot of context to the entire situation. I honestly have a funny feeling that this person may potentially be having a medical episode that is causing this utmost anger, screaming and all that, considering how she is breathing between her yelling rants. But again, that's just speculation. Prior to the recording of this clip, the person who's recording may or may not have cut off the other person in this clip. Whatever happened, it led to road rage from this other person, which ultimately ended in something amazing to say the least. Watch the clip.
Yeah, record me, you stupid out the car. Get out the car and
I had children in the car,
Get out
ma'am.
the car and see me then.
I have children in the car.
You should have never cut, you stupid. I don't give a about your kids. You don't give a about mine. So here, record me. I'm on
What
camera.
an example.
I'm on camera.
Wow.
Ugly.
Okay, you guys. Don't, just, it's okay. You're okay, puppy, okay? Don't cry, it's okay. Oh my gosh.
Congratulations, you want a reward for your stupidity? Like, what was the bright idea in that? Like, first off, it's like, I don't know what you were trying to do initially there when you were moving, but you can't drive for shit. Like, you just take multiple points to go one direction, then you decide to say, screw it, I'm gonna go slam right into this other person's car whilst they're recording me, because that ain't gonna backfire later. What the actual... Are you dumb? Like... I was gonna say, before the crash happened, it's just like, well, there has been a crash so far, regardless of who ended up being at fault for the initial incident. You've clearly now attempted to do more damage to their car post the incident, so now things are going to be a little more fishy. But no, the crash happens after the recording. She smashes into their car. It's like, I wouldn't be too surprised if the insurer, your insurance, drops you for this. Because this is like, you purposely did this. Not only were you road raging against this person, you also just purposely smashed into their car. Like, what were you thinking? Are you that dumb? What? Am I the only one thinking about the sheer insanity it is to do something along these lines? Like, wow. I will actually have to cut the impact scene because YouTube will most likely age gate this video for that particular thing, so sorry about that. In this next clip, we've got a couple of feuding neighbors.
I want to be a tough neighbor, and I'm going to be tough back. I want them off my lot, and you're not putting anything there. Tough shit.
The fencing is being replaced at your husband.
You know what? You know what? You created nothing but crap with all your picture taken. We're cutting down trees, which actually ultimately helped you. All right? We took back your property for you because it was creating so many leaves and everything. What are you taking pictures? I'll call the cops. My husband told me to call the cops. You want me to do that?
Yes, and I will show him where the property line is.
You don't have no idea where the property line is.
Well, you don't know what you're speaking about.
You don't either, because you weren't here when it was put in. You weren't here when it was put in, okay? Or you weren't old enough to know. Don't even go there.
You don't know what you're saying.
You don't even know what you're talking about. You can't be a shit and take pictures and make my life difficult when I want to cut down trees and then do this. You're so full of crap. God, you got me so mad right now.
Well,
that's what you get for being a shit. That's what you get. You get what you give.
This is what your husband...
You get what you get. You know that? I wouldn't have said boo to you, but you want to be a shit and sit out here and take pictures and video while we're sitting there trying to cut down trees. And all you can do is sit there, bitch, and complain. Your own neighbor's put a sign, get out. Does that give you a hint? When they spray paint on your side of the fence, keep off?
This entire thing's just funny to me because it's just like everyone's having a very bad day and they're just sitting back recording this. They're not arguing, they're not screaming their heads off, they're just sitting there recording it. The guy who's trying to probably do stuff for fence posts is just doing his job, whilst this person is absolutely losing her mind and going off on a bloody rampage, calling Bloody Mary, bloody murder, all this crap. And then now she's probably going to call the cops, which is funny. I'm honestly interested in how this ended up turning out. But of course, as always with these clips, they all get cut off before we get to see the conclusion. Brilliant. In this clip, we've got an unhappy Karen at Subway.
Call her. But finish my sandwich.
No, I don't finish because you need to respect me.
Well, you need to respect your customers. And I will tell them you don't respect your customers. Would you finish my sandwich?
A cold cut trio. A cold cut trio.
Finish my sandwich. All right, you're going to be reported, that's for sure. Call your supervisor right now. Please call her right now. You wanted to call her a while ago. Call her now. I'd like to talk to her. What kind of toast?
Toasted. Toasted. No cheese. Toasted.
I'm sorry, what?
What kind of toast?
Ham. I have 3 orders actually. I'm sorry.
Okay, deal.
Yeah.
First things first, that's not a Karen. She gave up. I've never seen a Karen just give up so goddamn quickly after they realize that, oh crap, it looks like the person to the left of me is recording me. Let me just calm down a little bit. Let me go walk out the door. Wait a minute. I still want to try one last time, but just gives up anyway. It's like, what was even the point of all that? You just gave up. In this next clip, we have a Kevin who got pulled over for having their phone in their hand whilst driving. It's not quite happy about that fact.
How you doing, sir? The reason I'm stopping you...
Judge Williams.
Judge.
And I don't... Why did you stop me?
You had your cell phone in your hand.
I had my phone like this.
Yeah.
I just lost it. I was just looking for it, pulled it up like this, was not on it. I just looked in the... Go up and look.
Okay, why are you screaming at me?
Sir,
you have your license, registration, proof of insurance? You have your license, registration, proof of insurance?
I wasn't doing anything wrong.
You have your license, registration, proof of insurance?
I'm not going to give you my license and registration.
You were doing something wrong. You cannot have a handheld...
I had my phone just like this. I was not on my phone.
In what state of West Virginia you cannot have a handheld cell phone?
And you all aren't ever on yours, right? You're never on yours. I drive by a lot of times and y'all are on yours. You're never on yours, right?
Okay, I don't understand why you're yelling at me.
You're never on yours.
Why are you yelling at me, sir?
I said you're never on yours.
Why are you yelling at me?
I'm not yelling at you.
Yes, you have been. I've never raised my voice at you.
Let me tell you something. You all are on yours. I was not talking.
If you read the code says that if we're conducting official business, you can be on it. I just don't know why you're yelling at me.
No, not on official business.
Okay.
Here.
Thank you, sir. Why are you so uptight? Huh?
Go and give me a ticket.
What's going on?
Give me a ticket.
Why are you so shaky? What's going on?
I'm irritated because you pulled me over for no reason.
You had your cell phone in your hand.
I picked up my cell phone because I had it lost.
Okay.
I pulled it up here and I had my hand on it here to put it in here.
You
That's
know the
what
law,
you saw.
You know the law.
So what? What if I have a cup in my hand?
You can't have a cell phone in the state of West Virginia in your hand.
Give me a ticket.
I don't.
Write me a ticket.
I just don't understand why you're...
Go give me a ticket. Write me a ticket. And I'll take it up to the town office and I'll go to trial. Give me a ticket. Go ahead. It's ridiculous what you're doing.
How is it ridiculous?
It's ridiculous.
That you had your cell phone in your hand.
You all have yours. I've seen it many times. Y'all have yours and you don't get pulled over. And don't tell me it's on official business. I hear your cases every day in court.
Okay, what's that mean?
Give me a ticket. Give me a ticket. Give me a ticket. I'm really irritated about this whole... Go ahead and give me a ticket.
But why are you being like this to me? I've never done nothing to you in my whole life.
You just pulled me over for no reason.
Because you had your cell phone in your hand.
Pulled me over for no reason.
You had your cell phone. Okay.
You can write me a ticket or not. I don't care. I'll take it up to town. We'll go to a trial, buddy. That's fine with me. And I tell you what, the next time I see any of you on the phone, I'm stopping right there and call the state police. Any of you.
Okay.
This is how I had my phone. I reached down and got it under my seat. I pulled it up here and I was driving like this. I was not talking on it. You can look. You can look when you pulled me over. See whether I was on my phone.
Why are you being like this?
I'm being it because I've seen this crap enough. And I'm tired of it.
Here you go. Here's your license, registration, proof of insurance.
Give it to me. Let me have my license now.
Also, you need to go get your license up to date because they're expired, okay?
A very interesting clip, that one for sure. I would personally, if I was a police officer, just be done with it, grab the ticket and be done with it instead of trying to get some more information out of this guy because clearly he's a bit upset, irritated, all these other things. He's just going to cause you issues if you try to press anything. Here we got a Karen's neighbor who decides to take it upon herself to go knock on someone else's window while they're in their car and just annoy them for some bizarre reason, and instead of taking that, this guy gives her a whole mouthful of everything.
Excuse me?
What do you think you're doing?
Why are you knocking on my window?
I don't knock on your window.
Why are you here next to my car right now?
I didn't knock on your window because you just slammed the door. I've been hearing everything you
I can do what I want in my apartment. You don't...
can't eavesdrop and listen on me.
I don't care what you're doing, and no one eavesdrops on you. You're nobody to me, sweetheart. You're no one to me.
Alright.
You're no concern to me. I don't care what you have to say. I don't care what you think. I don't care what you do. What I want you to do is leave me the f alone. Because if you don't, me and you are going to have a big problem. Okay? And you're going to have a bigger one. You're going to have a bigger one. So what I need you to do is get the fuck out of my face. Get away from my property, which is this vehicle here that I pay for.
I'm over here.
Step the f back. Get the f away from me. Go wipe them ugly raccoon eyes out of your face because they're disgusting. Just like your face. Your face is disgusting, okay? You're disgusting. Your mouth is disgusting. Your racism is disgusting, okay? I hear everything you say about black people. I hear everything you say about Mexicans. I hear everything you say about gays. I hear everything you say. You're disgusting. You understand me? Disgusting piece of ugly, disgusting, evil, gross. That's what the fuck you are. You understand what I'm saying to you? Does it make sense? Is it clicking? You're gross, okay? And if you're fucking gross. And I'm gonna tell you one more time, gross. If you approach me again, disgusting, we're gonna have a problem. Bye. Bye. Bye.
I'm just like laughing on the inside with that one. Just like you build them up to knock them down. You say no one cares about them. And then a few moments later, after you're like, screw it, I'm just gonna go full ham. You know what? I have been listening to you. I've heard all your nonsense, all the you say about all these other people in the world, and you just go on an absolute onslaught to this woman. Like, geez, man, you're just going all in. It's like you've seen red. You're going in for the kill. I think she's already dead, man. You don't need to keep going. Oh, that was actually pretty funny. Also, is it just me or does she really look like a Karen? Just her looks. Now, this next clip is probably from peak COVID. We've got a Karen and a Kevin hopping into a store without a mask, just doing their shenanigans and complaining about the fact that they're being told to go out in their car for their food to come to them because they've entered the store without a mask or any form of things for COVID reasons. Which makes it more ironic that the Karens were recording themselves in the act.
You don't have to follow.
I'm not trying to argue with you right now. I just need
we could have placed the order already. We could have placed an order already.
A mandate is not a law.
Mandate's no law. She doesn't know. She doesn't know.
Mandate in the county, which means that we are not allowed to serve you if you're not in the store with a mask.
Segregation was legal. Jim Crow law was legal. The Holocaust was legal.
Sure
Where
was.
do you guys take a stand? I don't understand that. I'm irritated. I'm annoyed.
Look,
okay,
I'm
because
not refusing you service.
Okay, but you're telling me to stand in the
welcome.
car like I'm not human.
Why do you eat in your car? I'm sure your
I know
car
we could have
has
placed the
heating.
order already, but then you gotta get
I
it.
just want to walk out. What's the difference?
What's the difference? We're already inside. We already infected everyone.
The difference is that the
we
longer
infected
you're
everyone.
in the store, the faster you're
Really?
infecting people. So
According
please,
to
if you could just leave the store. If you could just leave the store.
You're wearing a dirty mask, synthetic fibers on your face. Oh.
Oh no, credit.
Yeah.
You can order like a normal.
No,
human
yeah,
being,
yeah. Holy
You're not
cow.
asking me to
Holy
order from
cow.
outside the store.
Wow. Wow.
Look,
That's just following orders, just like the just following the orders like.
I asked you to leave the store and order.
Well, you could have just served us as like normal human beings. We were gonna walk out.
Wow.
I'm not gonna give you my money if you're gonna have me outside in the car.
That's fine. You're welcome to leave.
That's inhumane. Well, I hope when you sleep right now, you think about it, because if they start to tell you not to allow. No. I'm gonna say what I want to say. You could have serviced us because your colleague gave us the menu, right? She didn't say to go outside in the car.
You have the menu so that you can order from outside.
I'm not gonna give you my money if you're telling me to go outside. It's inhumane. It's inhumane. Listen, when you go sleep at night, okay, I hope you guys think about the legal. A mandate is not a law. You need to stand up for what's right. No. You need to know that because I lost my job because I didn't comply with mandates. Okay? Okay? I hope you think about it because it's going to continue to escalate and then they're going to come for you. What are you going to do? What are you going to do when they start coming for you? What are you going to do when they start coming for you?
You should be ashamed of yourself. This is a Jewish establishment. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Yeah, the whole
A kosher. This is not kosher. This place is not kosher. You might as well eat bacon. You might as well eat some bacon and a cheeseburger. This is not a kosher place. It's not a kosher place. Not a kosher place. Bye, Josh.
My god, they wouldn't shut up, would they? Just take your stuff outside. We get it. You're anti-vax. Who cares? Go away. In this next clip, we've got a Karen who doesn't like Halloween costumes.
What's that? You're scaring the shit out of them. Oh my god, are you serious? Go home. You know what? Stand down. Bye. Karen, see you later. You know what? I'm not gonna say anything. Bye, Karen. See you later. It's Halloween.
Oh, you're scaring the kids, you're scaring them with what you're wearing. Well, this is what happens when you walk around on a goddamn Halloween. People are going to be in flipping costumes. Some of them might be a touch freaky, who would have thought?